Behind Dade and Broward, we have the third largest Cuban population in terms of the state of Florida. So certainly they are passionate and they've been out there for days.
They have. And now today, U.S. Representative Castor made it clear that she does not favor military intervention. But as 10 Tampa Bay's Eric Lasser reports, she also believes more can and should be done to help the Cuban people in their fight for freedom.
Today, I'm calling for a peaceful transfer of power on the island of Cuba.
U.S. Representative Castor asking the Biden administration to begin sending basic aid to the people of Cuba. Food, medicine, the means to communicate, and a simultaneous push for a diplomatic end to the communist regime.
It's really an issue now of the United States of America playing a leadership role in the Western Hemisphere.
Castor was joined by political leaders at every level of local government, all of them with personal family ties to Cuba. State Senator Janet Cruz, the granddaughter of Cuban immigrants.
Cubans have been tired for decades, but this movement right now is absolutely historical.
Hillsborough County tax collector Nancy Milan is the daughter of Cuban immigrants. With relatives still living there, like so many others, she's worried.
And not being able to even communicate with them, it breaks my heart.
Tampa City Councilman Luis Vieira, himself the son of Cuban immigrants, will read a proclamation at Thursday's council meeting declaring Tampa's solidarity with the Cuban people. He urged local demonstrators to keep up their support but stay out of the public roadways.
I don't care if you're blocking the streets for Black Lives Matter, for Cuba Libre, for autism awareness, or whatever it is. Don't block the streets.
We need to be focused now on pressuring this regime to move on, to give the common, ordinary Cubans a voice in their government.
Representative Castor says as the U.S. determines what its next policy move should be in Cuba, they want to know what's happening there, but with communications shut down, that hasn't been easy. So they're asking people with relatives in Cuba who are able to get through to them to share those stories of what the situation is there with their local representatives.
Remember, Governor Ron DeSantis had asked for those internet companies here to try and help get some of that internet connection on the island. Cuba's president blames the economic crisis on the decades-old U.S. trade embargo on Cuba. But President Biden is pushing back on any notion that the U.S. was responsible here for the protests. So let's take a deeper dive into what that embargo actually does. So it restricts imports and exports, prevents American businesses and businesses that have commercial activities in the U.S. from trading with Cuba. It has changed several times over the years, but some sort of restriction has been in place for the last few decades. In 2000, the Clinton administration authorized the sale of food and humanitarian products to Cuba. Senator Tim Kaine, a member of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee and former running mate of Hillary Clinton, said the U.S. government has tried to work with leaders on the island.
The U.S. embargo is not the problem. The problem is the repression of people by the Cuban government. I mean, the U.S. has demonstrated a very significant desire to open up relations greater and greater with Cuba. And I'll put myself in the camp. I strongly supported the Obama and Biden efforts to normalize relations with Cuba. And I still do, because I don't think diplomatic relations are a good housekeeping seal of approval. I think it's a channel for dialogue.